So good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon, sir.
So today we are going to have a discussion about your project. Right? So you're doing a project based out of capturing an image and translating the text in that image to another language, and from that we are going to link with the LLM model to generate some text. So the best example, the particular application which you are going to do is for travelers, right?
Yes, sir.
So a traveler is going to use that device to capture the restaurant menu, and that menu card will be translated into his known language, and from that language it is going to use the LLM model to give a brief description about the what are the different menus available, what are the ingredients used in that particular menu, and how it will taste like, right? So our case study here is there are many apps locally available which provide a review of the menu, which give image of the menu in their particular language. Some previous travelers, from their country, they may have visited the same restaurant. They should have posted some, facts about that particular restaurant. So how our device is going to be unique. So that is the thing which I want to discuss, because this particular process, this can be easily executed using even a mobile phone.
Yes, sir.
Using a mobile app, we can use Google Lens to search images as well as translate the text. But how do you think our product is going to be unique? So as you said earlier, the one thing is power consumption, right? So if you are using a mobile phone and internet, so it is going to consume a lot of power, which is it is going to drain the battery. So mobile phone is they are going to mostly use it for communication and texting some other person, posting images. So if it is used for this particular application, then that battery consumption is going to affect the user preference, right? So what we will plan is we'll have a individual device, dedicated device, which performs this function. It has a inbuilt camera, it has a inbuilt speaker, right? So this is going to do this particular function, right? So one other advantage of this project can be offline function. So since we are going to do it for only one purpose, so mobile phone has multiple functionalities, but our device is going to use for single purpose. So what we can do is we can use a pre-trained model. We can train the model and implement that optimized model at the edge of the device. So we call it as edge AI, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to deploy the model at the controller or processor itself. So what will happen is it doesn't need any internet connection or cloud resources. So what is it going to do? Even if there is no internet connectivity, it is going to use the already trained data sets models available. Okay. So based on that, it is going to give a result. So what is happening here? If we don't use the internet, then obviously battery consumption is going to be reduced. We are going to use only offline mode. We are not going to use the additional things in our devices. So one thing is battery life is going to be enhanced. So there will be challenges for this also, right? Because when offline mode you have to download a lot of data. So what can be done here? So if a person is going to visit a particular country, so you can initially give that as an input, right?
Yes, sir.
Say for example India. So India is having predominantly Hindi is the mostly used language. And if you come to the southern part, then you have Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and Tamil. So we have, once the country is finalized, we have only a limited languages which need to be trained. So before he visits the country, he can just go in and input that particular country. So once he enters the country, the language, the data set required for that particular language conversion, we can be downloaded. Right? So once that is done, even in offline mode, you can use it for this particular application, right? And one more thing you can do is add a voice over, text to speech conversion. What are the generative text is coming out, it can be given as an audio signal. so that he can understand it better. But in that also you have a particular challenge. You have to generate the audio signals in the modulation in which that particular language is spoken. Right? So that again is a key factor which you have to look out for in your project. And if you combine all these things, I think our project should be a best device for commercialization. So it should hit, and you are targeting a very niche area of persons, right? We're not targeting a very broad range of audience. So we are targeting a very niche area. So our device has to be very specific in meeting out the requirements. So I hope you guys understood all the concepts, and you can start working out right away. And you have already started using NVIDIA LLM models, right?
Yes, sir.
So you just try to fine tune all those models. Okay. So you will have some misinterpretation in text generation. So you have to fine tune all that and eliminate all errors as much as possible.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
முடிக்கிறதா
நானே முடிச்சு சார்.
வந்துருக்குமா 6 நிமிஷம்